G'day everyone, Artist Wayne Dowson here with another DR650 adventure. Well, I've been riding all winter and just loving it. Normally I'll head out for some exploring on Saturday, and then on Sunday Jackie and I will get together and we'll go for a nice ride somewhere in the Watagans for a lovely picnic. There's nothing like grabbing some tucker, heading out and sitting around a beautiful campfire. And because we're so lucky we live on the Central Coast, it's a great ride through the bush up to the Hunter Valley, where we can spend the night up at the wineries or just ride up and have lunch for the day. We've also joined other riding groups for some awesome riding through our great Australian countryside. Touch wood, there haven't been many stacks, although I did have a major fall when riding up at Gloucester, and I still have to get my knee scanned, but it is getting better. And here's a good reason why you shouldn't laugh at your wife when she falls off a bike, because 10 minutes later you'll have an accident yourself. On the odd occasion I've had to do a little bit of snake wrangling. I'd hate to see these guys run over by a four-wheel drive, so I always move them off the trails. And in return they always try to sink their fangs into me. I've also been busy doing quite a lot of work to Jackie's bike. She now sports a 22 litre fuel tank, so we no longer have any worries about fuel for her. The little Yamaha TDR 250, it's a fantastic bike. Getting the fuel tank to fit though was a bit of a pain in the arse. And on our first shakedown, Jacqueline hit a rock and got herself a rear flat. And I'll tell you what everyone, I was screaming swear words that hadn't even been invented yet. We didn't get out of there until dark, and even my mighty DR650 had to be left in the bush overnight. We were heading over to cousin Ashley's 21st birthday party when I did a rear bearing and broke my sprocket hub. Luckily Jacqueline was driving, so I had to hide my poor baby in the bush and pick her up the following afternoon. Thankfully she's a DR650 and they can spend months out in the wild, and she came through the ordeal unscathed, except for the rear bearings and that sprocket hub of course, but I can't say I wasn't worried leaving her in the bush, and we were happy to be reunited. Other than those minor things, the bikes have been performing perfectly, and like I said, most Sundays we head out into the bush for a picnic, and on one occasion we invited Sister Kelly, Richie and the kids, Harrison and Charlie, and we suggested they drive our Nissan Patrol. We all met up at our favourite spot in the Watagans, which is situated right beside a lovely billabong. Barbecued chicken for lunch, campfire, cakes, tea and coffee. Then it was time to give Harrison his first riding lesson on Jacqueline's bike, and after 10 minutes we had him riding like a pro. After lunch I suggested we find some trails to explore, and that's when the day took a different turn. I told Kelly I'd video her driving into this big muddy swimming pool, and when she did, this is what Jackie said.
Good one, love. Good one.
Good one, love, good one. That's right, she blamed me. And as I futilely tried to get her out, Jackie waded up at the main trail, and luckily she flagged down some help. The cavalry had come, and these nice young blokes snatched us out of the mudhole. Our Nissan Patrol was finally free, and after we'd all had a laugh and a chat, one of the young fellas said he'd give it a go. And he stalled it. But just when we all thought we'd be snatching out another truck, he showed us all how a true professional does it.
Far out, man, it's like...
And if that wasn't good enough, He showed us in reverse.
Easy.
And if that's not an ad for Toyota, I don't know what is.